I don't know if any of you have ever tried this. It's iced tea. It's the herbal infusion of hibiscus, orange peel, and cinnamon. It's really tasty. I got it in Walmart. Hey, it's Trisha Ning Lady. And this is some of what was delivered today. I had driven up to North Carolina on the 4th. They picked it up on the 5th, delivered today. There's some things I already put away. Now I have to find a place for all of it. So wish me luck. Hey, it's me, and there are the boxes behind me. I am so tired today. When the guys came and delivered the furniture this morning, I was like, I'm all ready. I started packing, and then I had to go to the store and get some food because I really don't have much in the house. And I came back and I'm like, you know what? I'm beat. I really am. I already recorded this and I listened back and I'm like, oh, sound terrible. I'm all over the place. So I had to figure out where I'm going to put everything, and I decided I'm going to show my yarn. So if anybody has any suggestions, I saw some things on Amazon that I could order and put them together. I don't want anything with too much construction because I hate putting things together. I really do. What did I put together? Oh, I put together a thing for the bathroom, one of those pole things with the, you can put, in the ledge, it goes up to the ceiling, and it holds the soap and everything. And that was a pain. So it's not one of my favorite things to do. But if anybody has any suggestions, anybody want to come over and help me, that would be fun, wouldn't it? So, I'm going to talk a little trivia today. And it's the birthday of Kevin Hart. He was born in 1979. And it's Rocky's birthday, Sylvester Stallone. He was born in 1946, and so was George W. Bush, our former president. He was born in 1946. So they were born the same day. Amazing, huh? Rocky and the president. Now, what U.S. Olympic athlete has a town named after him? Now, I knew the answer to this because I've been to that town. It's in Pennsylvania. It's Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. It was named after Jim Thorpe, who was the first Native American to win Olympic gold. He won 2 in 1912, 2 Olympic golds. The games were held in Sweden. He won the pentathlon, which is 5 events, and the decathlon. Really, the first one is a smaller version of the decathlon. And it involves, the first one they really don't hold anymore. It involved discus throw, javelin throw, long jump, a race, and wrestling. I think that's 5. But the 10 is held, the decathlon is held over 2 days, 5 events each day. And I don't have, like I said, I record this, rip up my notes, which I do all the time. But it's 5 events each day, held over 2 days, and it involves a lot of that and even more. More races, more hurdles. I couldn't even do 1, let alone 5 in 1 day, but 10 in 2 days, that's really amazing. And like the, I think it was the King of Sweden called Jim Thorpe the greatest athlete he had ever seen. Bruce Jenner won in 1972 at the Olympics held in Montreal. Now, Jim Thorpe was of the Fox and Sac Nation in Oklahoma. And he went to school in Carlisle, the Carlisle Indian Industrial School in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, that school, was closed in 1917, I think. It was founded by a Civil War officer who wanted to assimilate the Indians. I don't want to go too much into that school. I learned a bit about the school when I lived in Arizona from one of the Native Americans. They also had an exhibit at the Heard Museum in Phoenix, Arizona. And it's very, I find it very upsetting. They were forcing children to forget about their heritage and go to these schools, and they also took children from a different climate. Pennsylvania is cold in the winter. If you're not used to the cold, it can be pretty unbearable. But he was such an outstanding athlete. He played all kinds of sports. He even won a ballroom competition, the Intercollegiate Ballroom Championships in 1912. So not only could he, with all the track and field, he played football, he played baseball. He was really all-around athlete. After the games, the Olympic Games, he played professional football. He played I think he played for New York Giants. I know he played baseball, professional baseball for New York Giants, which that team became the San Francisco Giants. That was my father's favorite team, the New York Giants. And he also, like I said, he played professional baseball as well. He died in 1953. Now, why was the town named after him? When I had visited the town, I didn't go around. I saw the monument. I didn't really read up about the history. And I always wondered why it was named after him. And part of the question, the trivia question, was, which U.S. athlete has a town named after him? Now, how this happened was, after he died, his third wife struck up a deal with there's two towns, struggling towns in Pennsylvania, and they wanted to become more well-known. So they merged, and they bought his remains. His remains are buried there. They erected a monument to him. Of course, the widow made money off of this, which it's upsetting I think it's upsetting. He really had no history from that town. He didn't live there. He wasn't born there. But it became Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. And I know they have railroad trips there. I think the older railroad. His son was suing to get his father's remains moved back to Oklahoma, where he originally was from, where the tribe is from. It went all the way to the Supreme Court. The court would not hear it. So Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania still has Jim Thorpe's remains. And I'm sure his son has since died, but I'm sure his son was very upset that he couldn't move his father's remains to where they really belong. But imagine selling your husband's remains to a town so they can, you know, almost like it was a money deal, so they could make money off Jim Thorpe. So I don't know if any of you have seen that movie. It's an older movie. It was in 1951. Burt Lancaster did a biography of Jim Thorpe. It was Jim Thorpe, All American. And I remember watching that movie. I'm going to have to watch it again. Burt Lancaster was always one of my favorite actors. I thought he was one of the best looking men. He could act too, but I mean, he was not hard to look at. So that's about it. I'm just going to eat something and then do some unpacking. I went out to lunch at this Rivergate coffee shop that's near me. And I just didn't feel like cooking before. And I was pleasantly surprised. The food is good. It's reasonably priced. They have all kinds of specials for breakfast. They open at 7 a.m. and close at 2 p.m. So they're only open for breakfast and lunch. I thought to myself, well, I don't want to cook. I'm going to go there. You know, the prices were better than if I went to Panera Bread. So I was, just like I said, it was a good lunch I had. So I hope everybody's doing fine. I hope you all had a good 4th. I was over people's house and they had fireworks. It was fun. There was a lot of good food. Always like the good food. So take care, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye.